It's about 7 a.m. and I turn on the lights. Good morning, Grandpa. It's Priscilla, your favorite granddaughter. I pause for a moment to see if he understands who I am. It's time to get up. I have your pants ready, new shirt, and it's cold outside today. Time to get ready for those ladies at Curative. He laughs. I walk out of the room and shut the door. And I wonder, will he put the clothes on I gave him today, or will he go searching for new ones? And then I wonder, will he remember to come out of his door today, or will I have to go and get him? My grandfather is 89 years old. He has Alzheimer's, moderate to severe. I never quite know what mood or level of understanding he will be in when he walks through the door. But I do know, like the movie Groundhog's Day, this day will repeat itself over and over again. My need for patience and understanding and repeating myself, ability to keep my frustration down, and wonder why after 8 years, Alzheimer's is now the number 6 killer of our elderly, and our funding is not there to find out why my grandfather has left me. According to the Alzheimer's website, alz.org, Alzheimer's affects 5.4 million people annually, 4 million more than AIDS. Yet, we know more about why, how, who, and when AIDS will affect. We do not know this about Alzheimer's. Research for this growing disease is lacking funding. 1 in 7 people with Alzheimer's lives alone, in constant fear of the world they no longer understand. What is Alzheimer's? It's a disease that robs people not just of their precious memories, but of the ability to focus and pay attention, stops the ability to reason and understand, and have good judgment, basic language skills, visual perceptions, replacing what's real with scary hallucinations. More information on the process the brain goes through at pubmed.health/Alzheimer's. Oftentimes, when someone is diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it stays within the family. Whipple Fraser said, "It's a hush-hush disease. The unreal acceptance that it's just what happens when we get old." Most caregivers are children or a close relative that do not get paid. The cost of full-time nursing care or nursing home care is extreme and unaffordable. Unreliability and unsure of how your loved one is being cared for. Most turn to taking their loved ones in. It's a taxing emotional expense and a full-time job. Medicare estimates that Alzheimer's costs $104.5 billion annually. Supplemental insurance is another $33.5 billion annually. A vote is in the United States Senate to add funding research. The Obama administration is requesting an additional $50 million in research and supplemental care for caregivers. Written in the article, Obama to increase Alzheimer's funding in the USA Today, Alzheimer's Association President Harry Johns stresses, our country cannot afford not to make this kind of commitment. Barring a medical breakthrough, the number affected by Alzheimer's is expected to more than double by 2050. Questions from the National Institute on Aging. Can you imagine living in fear? Wandering around lost in your own neighborhood? Can you imagine not knowing what spoiled food tastes like? Or remembering if you ate, even if it was only 20 minutes ago? Could you imagine feeling like a stranger, and that all you have is strangers around you, and that you are always alone? Could you imagine one moment like that? For an Alzheimer's patient, it's every moment of every day for the rest of their life. Could you imagine that in your life? Can you imagine by age 85, nearly 1 in 2 people will have Alzheimer's? I'm not saying that other diseases are not important, or that Alzheimer's is more important. I'm asking for more equality in funding. I'm asking, can you imagine what would happen if we had more funding for a disease that most people can't imagine? My grandfather, about 1 o'clock in the morning, I heard him in the refrigerator. I went downstairs to find out that he had a jar of pickle juice holding. He was drinking it, pickle juice kind of dripping down his chin, and I'd asked him, "Are you hungry?" "Nope." "Are you thirsty?" "No." "Well, why are you drinking pickle juice?" "I'm not. It's not pickle juice." And he put it back in the refrigerator and he walked away. This is part of Alzheimer's. The next morning, he had no recollection. He didn't know. Now, it's just a memory for me. Can you imagine a world without Alzheimer's?